Hey, it's Dr. Kate Walker, and welcome to the Thursday 30. I'm going to go ahead and put in my headphones just because I can pretend that you guys can talk back to me even though you can't. So I'm going to look over here in the thread. Y'all let me know very quickly if you cannot see or hear me. I have my trusty assistant, my daughter, Ridgely Walker, who's going to be helping me out too, letting me know because as usual, I'm trying out new technology because that's what I love. So December is all about advocacy. We're talking about ways to make changes that are lasting, or in my business, we call that second order change. And I know we've got some students on here today who are going to be watching who you've heard me talk about second order change before. So second order change is lasting change. We want some change to the system, but that's not all. So today we're also going to be talking about what works and what doesn't work, because in January, I hope you're going to be like me and just get serious about cleaning out the closets of your private practice. If you don't have a practice yet, that's okay. Get your notebooks, your phone, whatever it is that you take notes on, and go through, and we're going to talk about the things that work and the things that don't work. When I get to this time of the year, y'all, I get brutal with myself. If it didn't work, I toss it. I don't care if it was close to my heart. I don't care if it was a passion. Folks, if it's not helping me, if it's not helping my clients, then it's not helping my life. I can't have a balanced life if I'm keeping things going in my business that aren't working. And to that end, I'm going to be reviewing a website today. And if you've been watching the last couple of 30/30s, I've left Fred Burrell out of this, and he has asked me to review his website, and that is something I'm going to do today. So if you're interested, because I love to do kind of, what works, what I need you to fix, and then one other thing that I love, I'm going to review Fred's website specifically for things that I think are working and things that he could do better. So stay tuned for that. Also, when we talk about advocacy, a lot of times people ask me, why advocacy? It seems political. Why are we doing political? Well, it's because we work with people. Hello, people. We have to be political. We have to make our personal political. One of our ethical stances in this profession is making our personal political. We must fight for social justice. And let's be honest, some rules suck. They suck for us. They suck for our clients. And if we're not actively working to make things better, it's just going to keep going like that. So I see that I've got a big old glare. Hey, Brandy, good morning. I'm glad you're here. Tell me if my sound sucks. So we're going to talk about things that for advocacy, of course. And then, of course, so what? Well, we actually have a mental health shortage. So some of our sucky rules are actually keeping practicing professionals out of the field, and that's unconscionable. So I want to talk about rules that can be changed. Also, I'm going to tell you how to get involved all through December. And I know we're almost finished, but it's only the 17th. We still got plenty of time. So how to get involved, what interests you, what group should you join? How to get involved, in your professional organizations, how to get involved by storming the Capitol. 2021 is a legislative year in the state of Texas, which means you can get involved by actually going to the Capitol. I'm sure we'll still need masks, but that's okay. You can get in touch with your state and local representatives because we have seen rules change that are wonderful, and we have seen rules that change and they suck, and it's up to us to stay on top of those things. But before I get started, this is a wonderful free thing that I do every week, but it's the paid stuff that pays the bills. So let me give my commercial. I have Kate Walker Training, LLC. It provides the 40-hour training to become an LPC or an LMFT supervisor in Texas, and it is completely online. It is interactive for you LMFTs who now have limits on the number of hours that you can get in each renewal cycle that is non-interactive. I can help you with that. This 40-hour training actually stays under that limit. So, good. Thanks, Adrian. I'm good to know my sound's working. Thank you. So the 40-hour training to become an LPC or an LMFT supervisor in Texas. If you're an LPC or an LMFT and it is that time and you are ready to level up, check me out, katewalkertraining.com. If you are already a supervisor, you know the rule. When this ends, run, do not walk, run over to Texas Supervisor Training closed Facebook group, answer the questions, and stay in the loop. There have just been too many changes for you to be in a position to supervise someone and you don't know what's going on. That's not right. Fix it. We also have a monthly consultation group, and Monday, January 25th, 2021, we will have the esteemed Dr. Bacon and Dr. Elder. Both have been liaisons to the respective LPC and LMFT boards for the Texas Counseling Association. So it's all about advocacy. They are your voice. If you are in the Texas Counseling Association, they go to the board meetings, they advocate for you. They talk about the things that are important to members of Texas Counseling Association, and they make change. I know because I've been a liaison. I've been a liaison for the Texas Association for Counselor Education and Supervision, and it's a blast. You go to the meetings, you actually help your organization have a voice. Now, Dr. Elder no longer does this because she leveled up to an LPC board member, so it's pretty cool. We're going to have both of those folks talking to us January 25th. In our consultation group just for supervisors. So if you're a supervisor, get over to katewalkertraining.com. It's only $25. You get 2 CEs for supervision and ethics. You can't pass it up. Also, it's important to know that I'm live today. If you're an associate, if you're an LPC associate, and you are in Summer Allen's LPC Associates of Texas, join us live. I will be doing a Facebook Live with Summer today at noon and answer your questions about supervision, about what to look for in supervision, things that worry you, things that are concerning to you. If I can answer it, I will. If I can't, I'll take good notes and make sure I get the answers to Summer. So if you're an LPC associate, join us live today for that interview. I am still available. I'm still alive and kicking, even though I'm asynchronous, on the Texas Counseling Association Professional Growth Conference website. If you sign up for their conference, you can still get 6 CEs of supervision in my supervisor refresher course. You can still get 3 CEs in my presentation with the amazing Cindy Doyle. We presented Enhance Your Unique Counselor Identity and Build a Badass Business, and you can still check that out for 3 CEs. And I'm still alive and kicking in Julie A. Rose Farewell 2020 tour. It's a virtual conference devoted to self-care, and you can check out my presentation, my interview with her. It's goal setting and self-care are friends, because I'm all about the balance. And you know me, time management is my secret sauce. It's how I do what I do. If I couldn't manage my time, yeah, nobody would like being around me. I'd be frazzled. So as always, please check out my YouTube channel. That's where you can find all of these 30/30s. We're getting them organized. If you're a badass business member, it's always in the thread. Just go up here. I think I'm pointing in the right place. So you can see the video tab. Click on that and you should be able to see that. Now, I've got to tell you, tonight is the deadline. If you are nominating someone for a $200 private practice grant, tonight is the deadline. Everybody who came to the December 4th Zoom the Rules call, y'all were amazing. And so many of you donated to 3 on the Tree. We had over $500 just from people donating $3, $3. Kate Walker Training matched that. And now we're able to give away 5 $200 private practice grants. The deadline to submit is tonight. You have to nominate someone else. That someone else has to be a member of the Texas Counselors Creating Badass Businesses or Texas Supervisor Training. And you have to tell us why that they should get the grant. I mean, are they wanting to take a CE? Are they wanting to buy some software? Let us know so we can do the drawing and announce that on Friday. But thank you to those of you who donated. It was amazing. So, all right, so let's get going. Some things that we want to keep in 2021. And of course, one of the things is advocacy. I'm going to do some fanciness here and I'm going to share my screen so that you can see. I showed you guys this before, and these are the rules that happened when you weren't looking, or if you went to the Zoom the Rules meeting, you saw it. And so some changes that you need to be aware of if you're an LMFT associate. I'm going to go over this fast because if you were with me last week, you already saw it. But these are some things that you can incorporate. If you're a supervisor, you're going to need to change some paperwork up. If you're an associate or an associate to be, you need to be aware. LMFT associate relational hours went down. LMFT and LMFT associate CEs got limited. Right? So you're going to need to change up your paperwork for 2021 as you keep track of your CEs. And if you're a supervisor, if you're helping your LMFT associate keep track of their relational hours. Another change, the same type, size, and font clause went away for supervisors and LPC associates. LMFT associates, y'all never had that. But LPC associates had to list their supervisor in the same type, size, and font. So what do we keep? What do we toss for 2021? Well, supervisors, that's up to you. We still have a law in place that says LPC associates may not practice in private practice. They may not appear to be in private practice. So until that law gets changed, you might want to still have something in your orientation about how you want your LPC associates to present themselves. And it may include having your name close by, or, even if it's not the same type, size, and font, just remember best practices until this law is changed. You see how I keep dropping in advocacy here? I'm doing that on purpose. Until this law gets changed, supervisors, just make sure that you're protecting your supervisee, you're protecting your practice, and of course, most of all, you're informing your clients so they can make good decisions. The records change. This may impact how you keep your records, right? So things to keep, things to toss. If you're still a paper person, I don't know if you're going to have to get a storage shed now. I don't know if you're going to have to buy your 85th metal filing cabinet. It may be time to switch over to electronic medical records, EMR. So we're going to be doing a lot of Zoom information about that in 2021 because we have some federal rules that are changing. They're coming down the pike. And if you go to the Kate Walker Training Facebook page, I posted a couple of articles about that this week. The changes haven't happened yet, but they're coming. So if you're trying to make sure that you are getting prepared for upcoming rule changes before they happen, right? We don't want to get caught unaware. Then it's time to start thinking about what changes do you need to make to your filing system so that you're maintaining these rules. Hang on just one second. All right, Ridgely says, sounds good so far. Works perfectly. Thank you, sweet girl. It's great when you have your daughter working for you. She gives me good information. She's a reliable kiddo. Thank you, girl. So the other LMFT 801.58, your technology requirements have gone down. What does that mean for 2021? Oh, I don't have to have technology training. No, that is not what that means. As the LPC and LMFT boards take their hands off, right? They become more laissez-faire parents with us, right? They're not the snowplow parents that they used to be. That means it falls to us to create best practices. I don't care if it's not in the rules anymore. If you are neglecting to get trained in technology, the proper use of technology, the way to help your clients stay informed, to help them understand the limits. If you're not training your LPC associates and LMFT associates in technology, if you're assuming that the schools are doing that, that's not best practices. So as a supervisor, you need to have those things in place. As a clinician, you need to have those things in place. And as a future LPC or LMFT associate or current, you need to have those things in place. I have a lot of LPC and LMFT associates who are asking questions to tell their supervisors, okay, you know what, if you're in that position and you have a supervisor that you have to inform, and we're all in that place sometimes, supervisors, where we don't know what's going on, then please inform them about what you're hearing today. LPC supervisor course, it's encoded again that it lasts for 2 years. So that was interesting. LPC supervisor CEs, if you're a supervisor, they did add some verbiage that made me go hum because I didn't quite understand if this means we need to have extra hours. So yeah, I don't know. So those are our changes as we start to think about what we're going to keep and what we're going to toss in 2021. I'm going to take a short commercial break because I forgot to do my favorite part, and that is welcome the new badasses. So let me take a second and do my favorite thing, which is to welcome the 19. We had 19 people join today. We're almost up to 1,000 members of the Texas Counselors Creating Badass Businesses Facebook group. I hope that we are one of the best sources of good information and that we're a good balance between legislative issues and business practices. And I want you to tell your friends and get them in this group so that they can be aware of what's going on. But let's welcome Ruxar Bawa, and I know you were in my class this semester. Tamara Gambling, Mika Duro, I know you were in my class this semester. Nancy Tamburo Trevino, Tracy Owens, Annabelle Lucio Morales, Jean Lopez, Ken McLaughlin Seeley, Shannon Kratke, Syl Stevens, Dulce Torres, Amber Monique, Ashley Jean, Laura Starkweather, Jean Ross, Lindsay McCarthy, Tiffany N. Kirk, Derek, and Andrea Davis. Welcome to the group. Let's get to work. All right, you ready for the critique? All right, so this critique is going to help us identify things that are going well, things we want to continue doing, and things we want to toss. I'm going to tell you right now, as a business owner, one of the practices you need to toss immediately is, I don't know how to do the back office of my website. I don't know how to write content. I don't know how to post a blog on my website. If you are outsourcing your voice, listen to how I said that. If you are outsourcing your voice, you're making a mistake. Now, there's a solution, right? I wouldn't give you a problem unless I had a solution. That's my theory. That's who I am. A solution for this is to write. You've got to write, and you have to take some time and learn the back office of your website because SEO is king. Content is king. If you want to be found in search engines, you must continue to produce content that is searchable, that Google loves. You want to provide content that Google loves. And I'm happy in 2021 to talk about some topics or even feature some of your blogs. I would love to feature blogs. I can show you some blogs that I've done, but you have to be putting out timely content so that users, potential customers, potential clients can find you. And I realize that when I talk to you guys, I'm not only talking to clinicians, I'm talking to people who do CEs, I'm talking to people who do retreats. I'm even seeing some businesses on the Badass page. I'm seeing marketing people to people who do graphics. I'm seeing people who are counselors and they do web design. I think I even saw somebody who does counseling and they're an accountant. I mean, how amazing is that, right? Our speaker last month in our November consultation group is a LPC associate and a practicing attorney. These combinations are amazing, and we've got to get people together, buy some virtual coffee so you can pick their brains, get the expertise, and let's exchange money. So that's the other thing to toss this year. You have got to get rid of the idea that everything is free. If I see questions, what's the best thing for your practice, a LLC or a PLLC, or how do you form this, or buy an hour of an attorney's time. 1 hour. Buy 1 hour of an accountant's time. Toss the idea that you can just pick up things as you go. Yes, there are some things that you can get for free. I've shown you things like my time management system, Trello, totally free. I've shown you things that I use to outsource, things like Fiverr. You can go online and outsource and get virtual assistants, very, very inexpensively. But the things to spend money on are the things that will close down your business. You know my mantra, you are too important to lose to things like not following the rules or doing some ticky-tack mistake that's going to result in something too expensive for you to maintain your practice. An accountant, a certified public accountant, an attorney, buy 1 hour of their time. Come with your list of 10 questions and walk away with some information that's going to give you some peace of mind. Yes, everything's open to interpretation. Nothing's absolutely perfect, but it will make you sleep better at night if you know where that information came from. Now, let's go to Fred Burrell's website. Fred, thank you so much for letting me review your website. I have some fancy technology, so I'm actually going to get to have you on screen. So let's go and look at Fred's website. First of all, if I go to the home page, it is absolutely beautiful. You can tell right away that he does things outdoors. You can tell if I scroll down, right, we're going to see lots of pictures of people doing outdoor things. So back in the day, I was an experiential ropes course facilitator. So I did things with teams and corporate groups, and we were in the trees and we were on the ground and we were swinging and grabbing rings and poles and zip lining. And that brings all this back to me. So I love that his pictures, the green, everything, the photographs is showing me this is going to be an outdoor experience. And you know my favorite thing, I look up and I see contact information in first glance. We've talked about this before. Our clients are in a state of anxiety, right? Nobody comes to us because they're completely at peace. And when anxiety goes up, cognition goes down, the ability to process information, remember things. So if I've got my future clients scrolling and clicking and looking, I'm going to lose them. So what Fred's done here is he's communicated through visual exactly what he does and what to expect. And he's given me contact right here in the first glance. So I don't even have to scroll. So the name, I love the name, relatability. I love, what else did I say? When I click book an appointment, it takes me to a software that I absolutely love, which is Full Slate, which is the one I use. Because it's HIPAA compliant and super easy to navigate. So I know when I click, I'm going to get what I asked for. So I can click here and I can see Fred's schedule and I can schedule a free 10-minute consultation. Guess what that means, folks? No more phone tag. I don't get a stomach ache at the end of the night when I'm supposed to be hanging out with my family because I've got 10 voicemails I have to return and I know I'm going to be playing phone tag and it's going to be a waste. No. When you decide to create a 10-minute consultation for your practice for 2021, I want to personally virtually high-five you. In fact, I'm going to create something like, Kate, I made a 10-minute consultation on my website because that tells me you're committed to connecting with your clients, not playing tag with them. All right. So Fred, some things I want you to change. And I know that you and I are having a consultation today, so I'm super excited about that. I am not sure who your customer is, customer or client, and I can tell you're trying to help us out by having a drop down for colleagues and peers and a drop down for couples and families. But the problem is if I'm a couple and family and I see the ropes course, I'm thinking, oh no, is he going to put me on the ropes for my marriage counseling? Is he going to put me in a group of other families for my family counseling? So I see what you're doing here. I just think, again, you have to remember with your potential clients, anxiety goes up, the ability to really discern what's going on goes down. And so you may, and this is something we can talk about. I'm anxious to see who the people are that you're drawing in, because that's going to tell you how your website's working. So again, things to keep, things to toss in 2021. Look at the clients you have. And if they're not the ones you wish you had, it's probably a tweak you need to do to your website because you are drawing in the people that you're drawing in, right? If I go fishing with, worms, I'm going to catch fish. If I go fishing with bacon, I'm going to catch my husband, right? Although catfish like bacon. Never mind. That was a terrible analogy. Let me keep going. So Fred, you do have testimonials on here and you do them right. You're getting them from colleagues, not clients. And that's my golden rule. If you're going to use testimonials on your website, use client. I'm sorry, scratch that, reverse. Use colleague testimonials, never use client testimonials. Another thing that's a little bit confusing is you're using the word appointment. And so I don't know, again, if you're wanting corporate groups to come in, that's, am I making it? Anyway, so that's going to be my focus today when I talk to you. really, who do you want your client to be? And so I know for me, one of the things I had to toss in 2019 was the idea that I could do it all through my achievebalance.org website. And I had to finally break down and spend the money and create a second website for my training. So I have achievebalance.org, which is my clinical website. And then I have Kate Walker Training, which is my training website, obviously. And so that's one of the things that makes it so much easier for me now, is that I project exactly what I'm selling, and finding and thinking about my ideal client / customer is so much easier now that I'm not trying to be all things to all people, right? I mean, it's hard to be the Walmart or the Sears of the counseling world, right? Because we don't have people who are just casually shopping, looking, right? We're having people who are like, I got to find somebody right now. So another thing to remember for 2021 is, if you're going to keep things, toss things, go back and look at your numbers. And we'll do this in January. I will sit down with you and we will go through numbers and we will see what's working, what's not working, because if it's not working, you might just have to get rid of it or save it for your volunteer hours or your pro bono hours. All right. I am out of time. Today was all about advocacy, preparing for 2021 so it doesn't suck. We need you to make some money in 2021. If you're already making money, I want to hear about it. Don't forget, Friday, we're going to announce the winners, the 5 people who are getting the $200 practice grant. So you still have a few more hours to do those nominations. Badass Business Group, look for the big graphic that says reminder, click it, and you can submit your nominations. Remember, you have to nominate someone else. Don't nominate you. Nominate somebody else, because I want this to be a gift for someone. I want someone to know, hey, that person's thinking about me. They know what I need. I need CEs so I can learn how to do this. I need some new software. I need some kick-ass throw pillows. I don't know. What do you need to make your practice or your future practice more badass? This is Dr. Kate Walker, and I will see you guys next Thursday. That'll be our last Thursday 30 for 2020. Thank goodness. And I will see you guys. Actually, I'll see you tomorrow, because I'm going to do the announcements on a Facebook Live. So you guys have a wonderful day, and I will maintain eye contact while I hit end.